boxing promoter, Mr. Bob Arum. And we welcome you inside the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. It all goes down Saturday, October 29th from the Hulu Theater here at MSG. And when I say we have an undercard, we have an undercard. And there is a frat party happening on stage right now. I'm thrilled to be joined by Tiger Johnson, Richard Torres Jr., Duke Reagan, Troy Isley, Nico Ali Walsh. Like I said, frat party on stage right now. Gentlemen, thank you for taking time. We are in the world's most famous arena. I don't even know where to start. I'm looking around. There's more testosterone and energy on this stage than I think we've ever had. Nico, I want to start with you.
Let's do it.
This is an unbelievable group of young professional fighters. How have you guys all become close? Because every fight that Top Rank puts on now, I see you guys showing up ringside, supporting each other. It's an incredible dynamic that you don't see very often.
Yeah, honestly, these guys, every single person on this stage has been cool from the very start of my pro career. So anytime they fight, I try my best to make it out to the fight, and we're super supportive of each other, and yeah, it's super cool to have that camaraderie.
Richard, coming over to you, how have you embraced pro-life so far? You know, this is going to be your 5th fight now in 2022. All of you, 4 or 5 fights this year. How have you embraced the pro-life?
Becoming a pro has been amazing. You know, I come from a town where there's more cows than people, and so to be able to be in a place where it's like Madison Square Garden, it's incredible. And to be able to have my team with me as well, you know, all these guys, the Olympians together, I mean, there's nothing like it.
I think we just came up with a t-shirt right there. More cows than people to Larry, California. Tiger, what about you? How's pro-life been?
Pro-life been real good. You know, I'm really excited to be on the card with my Olympic teammates. You know, of course, you know, with Nico, we had a real good camp, and you know, we're gonna put on a real good performance, and you know, the fans gonna get their money's worth.
100%. Your last fight, referee Mark Nelson had to step in and stop the fight. Is that what you look to do each time out? You know, make a big stoppage, big show like that?
You know, I don't really look for the knockout, but you know, I can't control my power sometimes. You know, so you know, it is what it is.
Power just comes out. Duke, I'm going to come down to you. He brought up the Olympics. Nico, you got to sit that one out, because when I mentioned the Olympics, these 4 guys were all a part of the 2021 Olympic team. Duke, what was that experience like for you, and transitioning from the Olympics now into pro?
It's an honor, you know, to be able to fight on the card with my fellow Olympians. You know, the only time we ever fought together was on the USA team, so now to do it professionally and, you know, going up in the ranks together is a great feeling.
Troy, I want to ask you, because there is another connection aside from the Olympics. A few of you up here are with Kay Koroma, you know, Coach Al as well, obviously. What's it been like having Coach Al and Kay in your corner so far?
It's been great. 2 great coaches, 2 great minds. You know, they're helping me develop into a great fighter. I feel like every fight I make a huge improvement on, you know, what I need to make, and each fight just keep getting better and better.
I'm going to go right back to Duke. Same thing, man. You've got Kay in your corner. What's it like having somebody like that beside you, mentor you every day in and out?
It's an honor to have Coach K in my corner. You know, he's more like an uncle figure to me, so it's more than just boxing. I know to the fans and everybody else, it's like, oh, that's just like my coach. He actually like an uncle. Like, outside of boxing, outside of me having fights, we actually communicate, we actually talk. He actually come to my city to come see me, stuff like that, you know, so it's definitely an honor.
Yeah, it's way more than just having a trainer. It's almost a father figure there as well. Richard, I want to come to you. I just mentioned father figure. Your father's been your trainer. Is it possible to separate boxing, you know, or is it always when you look at your dad, you see your trainer? Do you have those moments where boxing gets set aside for a minute and it's just father-son?
Yeah, my dad likes to say he wears many hats, and so it's whatever hat he's wearing at the time is who I think he is. He has a boss hat, he has a coach hat, and he has a dad hat. And so there are times where we're just sitting down, we'll just, you know, talk as a father-son. But I mean, that I feel like plays a role into the actual coach aspect too. You know, having a coach that's kind of an omniscient. You know, I'm a firm believer that you need someone that, if my dad tells me to drop my hands and quack like a duck, I'm gonna do it. You know, so I need someone like that in the ring, and having him there, I feel like is a cheat code.
Dude, you got the one-liners today. It's outstanding. More cows than people, drop my hands, quack like a duck. This is great. Nico, You're with Kay as well, starting to find a rhythm there?
Yes, no, being with Coach K is not just being with Coach K. It's obviously Coach Flick is with me as well, but it's being with all his fighters. So we just get along so well, and I think that's really important to have. It would really not be fun if you were with a trainer and you didn't get along with the fighters. So like we all get along with each other. We spend so much time together, and it's perfect.
Obviously, since you step foot into the ring, your grandfather's presence is there. It's always discussed in the media. People bring it up. Are you starting to find a rhythm now where obviously that's always going to be with you, but are you starting to find your own identity and getting into the ring, not having as much pressure on you, knowing that your grandfather's name is mentioned time and time again?
I think from the very start, I knew who I was. I think people are starting to give me my own name. So it's not about me finding my own name. It's about other people accepting the fact that I already know. I knew who I was from the start. I got into boxing. I know why I got into boxing. And it's just important to, pay homage to my grandfather, but I'm doing my own thing with this.
5 incredible young fighters sitting up here on stage, and all 5, the trajectory, the mission at hand is laid out in front of you. I'd be amiss if I didn't mention Brad Goodman and Bruce Trampler from Top Rank, who put together all of the matches to help you develop, learn, and grow. What's it been like to this point, and this is a question to all of you, being a part of the Top Rank family and having opportunities like this to sit literally center stage in the world's most famous arena and see your careers grow and move in the direction that I know all of you want them to go? We'll start down here, Tiger.
Being with Top Rank was a huge honor. And it's always been a big dream to fight where, all the legends started here. Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, everybody, was once with Top Rank, you know what I mean? And me fighting at the Garden for the first time is like a real huge accomplishment. It was always a dream to fight here, and I just can't wait to put on a big performance and show the world what I can do.
Richard?
Yeah, I think everyone always asks you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see this? But Top Rank, you don't just sign to Top Rank because of the money. You don't just sign to Top Rank because someone smiles at you. They have a tradition of building legends. And to be able to sign with that right company that has the right matchmakers and everything, that's why we all did it. We're not just signing for giggles. So I think that being able to be on a platform like this is incredible, and I just say thank you so much.
Duke?
It's definitely a big honor and a blessing to be able to sign with Top Rank. A lot of the guys that I grew up watching were signed to Top Rank, and them guys turned out to be some of the best fighters in the world, So it's definitely Duke Rager. I'm a legend in the making, and I appreciate y'all for signing me.
Troy?
Growing up, I always wanted to be with Top Rank. Top Rank, produced a lot of the legends growing up, and I'm blessed to say that, I could be one of them legends in the making.
Nico?
For me, it's more of like a personal love for Top Rank. Bob Arum's first promoted fight was, of course, my grandfather, so I wouldn't be with any other company. So I'm so happy to be with Top Rank, and I've got to thank Brad Goodman and Bruce Trampler so much for, the matchmaking. Those are the geniuses behind every fight that you see.
It's not often that I feel old in my surroundings, but in this very moment I feel ancient. And I want to discuss age for just a second, because we live in a time where social media plays such a big role in almost everything we do in all fields, not just sports, but in entertainment. People's private lives get exposed on social. How are you guys handling a new career as a professional boxer, thrust into the limelight here at Madison Square Garden with Top Rank, and controlling what you put on social? Do you have people helping you there? How do you stay calm and cool when the trolls come out, when the haters come out? It's an important question, I think, because social plays such a big part of our world now. So I just wanted to bring that up and get your take on how you guys handle social media, because you are young guys, you are human, we all have feelings, and social is such a dynamic part of our world today. Troy, we'll start with you.
Honestly, I feel like it's easy, honestly. My goal is to focus on boxing, so I mean, I'm not really too worried about, you know, the trolls and all that. Honestly, if you got trolls and haters, you obviously doing something right, so
I like that.
I ain't really worried about it.
Nico?
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually not really good with social media. I'm actually trying to get better, but my main focus is boxing, so when it comes to all the outside noise, I don't really pay much attention to it. But like Troy said, yeah, if there's haters and stuff, you're doing something right, so I appreciate them.
Well, with me, I grew up in a small town, so it's kind of like a fishbowl. If anything happened, they'd go to tell my dad and I get in trouble. So this is kind of like a bigger fishbowl, you know? I'm kind of used to it already.
I mean, social media. I made my social media for boxing. So, you know, I just focus on boxing, and you know, I don't really care too much about haters. I had haters my whole life, so I ain't really sure about that.
I love it, dude.
I'm one of those guys that, you know, I'm comfortable in my own skin, so what anybody say about me or think about me, it won't bother me or it won't get to me. I'm not really into like social media like that, so if I would rarely see a comment if someone was trolling or anything like that, but if I did see, I would just shrug. I'll probably laugh, but LOL.
Duke, I want to ask you a little personal question because, you know, a year ago, tragic struck, you know, you lost your father. You proudly have his tattoo. We see it when you walk into the ring. How did that tragic experience help you not only as a young man, but as a fighter when you step into the ring?
That tragedy, it helped me, you know, into the ring. I mean, as far as like my boxing, you know, it just made me want to be more focused and, you know, listen to everything that my father had kind of like installed in me before he had passed. You know, now that he's not here, I think about all the talks and stuff that we had and, you know, the stuff that we went through that got us where we at. So I just use it as like motivation and stuff like that. You know, Coach K plays a big part of like helping me stay focused. You know, these guys up here with me, they play a big part of, you know, helping me stay focused. You know, I talk to them just like Coach K. I talk to these guys outside of boxing too. Like after our fight, I'm pretty sure Monday, Tuesday, we'll be calling each other like, how you doing, how you feeling, stuff like that. So just take it one day at a time.
I appreciate that. Thank you, dude. Gentlemen, again, I hate to beat a dead horse here, but we are sitting on a stage in Madison Square Garden, the epic world's most famous arena. What does it mean to you to be here and have this opportunity?
It means everything. This is, you know, so far this is my biggest fight of my career. So, you know, it's all or nothing for me. You know, I put 110% into my training camp, and I can't wait to, you know, show New York what I can do.
I mean, this is a moment that you're gonna remember for the rest of your life. You know, being able to say I'm even at a press conference at Madison Square Garden is incredible to say. Man, we're here, you know, and to have my team along with me and have everybody that's kind of followed the journey, it lets you know that the journey is going on the right course.
It's amazing. You know, this is my second fight here at MSG, so it's a super blessing to just be able to say that, and I'm just looking to have an amazing night Saturday night, and hopefully this won't be my last fight here.
Last time I put on a great performance, and you know, New York loved it, and you know, I'm glad that they wanted me to come back, and it's an honor. You know, I growing up watching everything, and just to say, you know, I performed at the Garden is a great thing.
Duke?
You know, I actually flew Bob Aaron and Carl Moretti flew me to a fight out here before I actually turned professional. You know, it's an honor to have my first fight here, and this is my 8th professional fight, but my first fight here at the Madison Square Garden. You know, it's an honor. You know, I hope that they keep bringing me back, and come Saturday night, I'll be victorious.
You know it. Everybody watching, like I said, the undercard Saturday night is absolutely jam-packed, and it's because of these 5 sitting right here. I'm gonna ask you guys just to quickly leave your microphones on your chairs, and we'll grab a group shot before we bring out our co-main and main event. Unbelievable group of young men. Sit tight, we'll be right back. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thank you for your patience as we welcome you back inside the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. As always, this is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. This is our co-feature and our main event on stage. It all goes down Saturday, October 29th from the Hulu Theater here at Madison Square Garden. Our co-features 10 rounds in the featherweight division, Matias Romero and Robesi Ramirez. And our main event, 12 rounds in the lightweight division, Jamaine Ortiz and the return of Vasiliy Lomachenko. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on stage. Again, Saturday night brought to you by Boost Mobile, Money is Power, by Bud Light, the official beer of celebrations, and by AutoZone, get in the zone. We'll start with our co-feature, and we'll start with Robesi. Thank you so much for joining us. Your last fight was here inside Hulu Theater. You knocked out undefeated Abraham Nova. Does fighting in Madison Square Garden bring out the best in you?
Robesi, tu última pelea fue en este mismo escenario y noqueaste a Abraham Nova. Saca lo mejor de ti estar aquí en este lugar.
Bueno, creo que para nadie es un secreto que en Madison Square Garden es una arena mítica de boxeo y bueno, realmente lo que saca a lo mejor de mí es el ring, ¿no? Realmente la plaza.
It's no secret that Madison Square Garden is a mythical arena, but what brings out the best of me is the ring, not the place.
Excited to have you back. I'm going to come over here to your opponent, Matias Romero. Thank you for joining us. Co-feature, Madison Square Garden. What does this opportunity mean to you?
De coestelar en el Madison Square Garden, ¿qué significa esta oportunidad para ti?
Bueno, es una oportunidad que se me dio y no la pienso desaprovechar y es un gusto estar en este escenario y nada, esperando la pelea con muchas ganas.
It's a great opportunity. I'm going to take full advantage of it. It's a big stage, and I'm just here to fight, ready to fight.
Do you feel like you're being overlooked in this fight?
¿Piensa que te están subestimando un poco en la pelea?
Sí, bueno, a mí me gusta hablar arriba del ring, pero sí, yo vengo bien entrenado, gracias a mi equipo hice un buen campamento, así que sí, yo creo que me están subestimando.
I like to do the talking in the ring, but yeah, I'm coming very well prepared, and I think that they are underestimating me.
I have a question for Robesi. You did an interview recently where you were quoted saying, "The train is coming, the train is not being derailed." Where is that train headed?
Hiciste una entrevista recientemente donde decías que por ahí viene el tren y nada descarrilará al tren. ¿Hacia dónde se dirige ese tren?
Bueno, sin duda lo dije pensando, por supuesto, en el título mundial y eso es lo que esperamos después de esta pelea y por un título mundial.
I no doubt said it thinking about a world championship opportunity, and that's where the train is headed for the world title.
Yeah, we think so too. Coming back to Matias, you were training for a fight in November in Uruguay, and here we are now, thrust into the limelight, Madison Square Garden. Did anything have to pivot in camp? Any changes, knowing that you're now facing Robesi and not the opponent you were planning to face in November in Uruguay?
Estaba entrenando para una pelea en noviembre en Uruguay. ¿Qué tipo de cambio y ajustes tuviste que hacer? Ya que de repente, pues ahora estás enfrentando a Robesi Ramírez en el Madison Square Garden.
Bueno, yo, gracias a Dios, tengo un buen equipo de entrenamiento y vivo entrenando, nunca dejo de entrenar, así que igual esperaba, tenía una chance, o sea, tenía una esperanza que me salga una oportunidad acá en Estados Unidos, así que no es nada nuevo, la chance estaba y bueno, gracias a Dios se dio y encima acá en el Madison, muy feliz.
I have a very good team around me. I'm always in the gym. I'm always training. So it was no surprise. You know, I was just looking for an opportunity in the USA. And when the opportunity presented itself in the MSG, I just took it. We were ready.
Matias Robesi, thank you very, very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to move on to our main event. And it's a special main event for sure. Jamaine Ortiz, Vasiliy Lomachenko. Thank you both for joining us. I'm going to start with you, Loma. Welcome back. What does it mean? How does it feel back at Madison Square Garden after a little time off?
Thank you. It's not a little, but I feel great. I feel good, and I can't wait to come back Saturday night at Madison Square Garden because I think it's a special place for me. A lot of fights it was, so it's a lucky place for me.
Lucky place. Jamaine, I want to come over to you. You mentioned in an interview that you did not too long ago that everybody wants to fight Loma. You know, and here you are, Madison Square Garden, main event. You look great. Obviously, you're clearly in great shape. What does this fight mean to you?
It means everything to me. You know, this is something I always manifested into my life, eventually fighting Lomachenko, and the time has come. And here at the Mecca of boxing at Madison Square Garden, it's everything I've asked for, and God has delivered it.
Well, you've clearly earned this opportunity. Your last fight out, you had a unanimous decision over former champ Jamel Herring. What did you learn from that fight, which maybe brings you to this one?
I learned a lot of things about myself, as I do in every fight, and just try to make improvements, you know. A lot of times going back to the basics, back to the fundamentals, and mastering those skills. And, you know, Saturday night you guys are going to find the best Jamaine Ortiz. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great fight. We look forward to it. Loma, I want to come back to you. June 5th, 2022, you had the opportunity to fight George Kambosos for the unified lightweight titles, but you chose to put that off to go home and fight for your country. I think we'd be amiss if we didn't bring it up, but what was that experience like? And was it a difficult choice to make to not take the fight with George and go home?
You know, it was a easy decision for me, because it was a war in my country. It was a war in my hometown, and I need to stay with my family and with our people and defend our country. And you don't think about boxing, you don't think about your future, you're just thinking about save your life and save your family. That's it.
What was that experience like? It was almost a full year of your life. You were out of the ring, you were home. The pictures that we saw here in the United States were incredibly powerful and moving. I can't imagine what that experience was like.
I continue in Russian and explain, because it will be easily for me. Мой опыт, я не участвовал в боевых действиях, я принимал участие в территориальной обороне, в патрулировании города в комендантский час.
My experience was not in active military combat. I was in territorial defense. What we did is patrol our city to impose curfew.
Do you carry all of that? I think it goes without saying that you take those experience, you take the pride of being Ukrainian into the ring with you every time you fight?
Вот этот опыт, гордость за то, что вы украинец, привносите ли вы в ваш бой?
I just wanted to bring a little bit sports attention to our country, and I want on Saturday in Ukraine, it will be Sunday morning, Ukrainian people a little bit change a bad mind on a good emotion.
Yeah, I say that a lot in sports and in entertainment. You know, we offer an escape for a lot of people when they turn on the TV or they walk into a theater or an arena. It allows them to turn off of all of the BS, no pun intended, happening in life, and you offer that escape. On behalf of Top Rank, we're incredibly proud of you and what you have done, and we welcome you back into the ring. It's where you belong.
Thank you, I appreciate it, thank you.
You had the opportunity to spar with Jamaine in the past. You've been in the ring with him. What challenges does he present Saturday night?
Look, it's a little bit different. Sparring session and competition is different, because our condition is not close to high level on 100%. So Saturday night will be very, very interesting fight.
Jamaine, I want to come back to you, because this is one of the top fighters, if not the top fighter in his division, very elite. You're clearly an elite fighter who has earned this opportunity. What do we see Saturday night from you that possibly we haven't seen to this point?
I think the opponent in front of you brings out the type of fighter you are, and I think Lomachenko is going to bring out the best Jamaine Ortiz, the fighter that everybody around me in the gym and in New England and where I come from knows. And it's going to be the technician, the real technician, Saturday night.
I love the name The Technician. And you're incredibly soft-spoken, well-spoken sitting here, but the dog comes out when you enter the ring.
Of course, you got somebody else trying to take your head off. You got somebody else that is trying to hurt you and try to take away from your family. So it's definitely a different mindset once you enter that ring. It's a dog fight, it's a cage fight, it's a lion's den.
Was this camp different from past camps, or was it business as usual, or were things that you had to adjust in camp knowing that you were walking into the ring with Loma?
No, things was the same as usual, business as usual, just another day in the office, another fight.
Loma, one last question for you. You're back in the ring now. How's the mindset coming in? Can you put the distractions of back home on the back shelf for a little bit when you step into the ring to make sure business gets handled?
Look, I'm focused on my job. I'm focused on my boxing, and you can't stop thinking about your country. It's always on your head. But now, of course, I'm focused, and I need to be focused because I'm athlete. And of course, after the fight, I come back to Ukraine to support our country.
How badly do you want to hold all those belts again?
Насколько вам хочется, как сильно ваше желание удержать все пояса?
It's my dream. It's my goal, and I don't wanna talking about the future. I just wanted to fight Saturday night, and after we can talk about future.
We'll definitely do that.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Saturday night, as you saw earlier with the undercard and this co-feature and main event, is hands down one of the best night of fights that we have seen in a long time. Jamaine Ortiz, Vasiliy Lomachenko headlining the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. Gentlemen, Mateusz, Robesi, if you put your microphones on the stand and come down for your first face-off of the weekend. As always, this is boxing, this is Top Rank. Coming live from Madison Square Garden. We will see you tomorrow right here on this stage as we weigh them in. It all goes down Saturday, October 29th, the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. Brought to you by Boost Mobile, Money is Power, Bud Light, the official beer of celebrations, and AutoZone, get in the zone. As always, this is boxing, this is Top Rank. We'll see you right here tomorrow as we weigh them in. Have a great afternoon.